and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who know me, I am mostly a football or soccer fan, but I also do appreciate basketball, and I know about Michael Jordan ever since Space Jam. So back in the late 90s. It's such a shame that I didn't really have anywhere to watch games, but because I'm from Norway. But later on in life, I discovered more about basketball of today, and yeah. And I found this video by Young Gala. I don't know how to pronounce it. The title is NBA Legends and Players Explain Why Michael Jordan Would Destroy Today's NBA. Let me just
Today's NBA. If I had to get my take on it, James Harden. So you probably heard the video of people that watch Michael Jordan play live say that he could average 45 to 50 points in today's NBA. And if I had to get my take on it, James Harden averaged 36 points per game on 40% field goal shooting in this era. DeMar DeRozan had a scoring streak averaging at least 35 per game this season. And I brought DeRozan up because offensively, he got the same mid-range game like Michael Jordan. And this was the best season of his career. Keep in mind, both of these players are not even in the same stratosphere as Michael Jordan averaged 37 points in the season with hand checking. Imagine no hand checking with the defense.
I don't really know how hand checking, like what you do with it, but I do know that it would be very hard to score a three-pointer or shoot a three-pointer when hand checking is allowed. So there was a lot in the 90s where players got fouled, or they were allowed to do so in a way. Okay, later on I'm gonna do a video on hand checking so I can understand how you do it, or yeah. But normally people say with the rules that it has become really soft. And yeah, it's true. One thing you can say is to protect the players from injuries, or the other thing would be that it has gone to the point where sometimes it has become too soft. So it's sure, scoring three-pointers are basically what is the big thing of today, but still back in the 90s, you will see players like Michael Jordan going into the paint and just, dunking on centers and all that. It's kind of nuts. Anyway. Okay. The NBA introduced the defensive three. Okay, so that would be where like you can't stay longer than 3 seconds on the paint or on the you can call it the red box. It's like a rectangle right under the basket, like the paint, as they call it in basketball. Washability by unclogging the paint. Oh, okay, yeah. I understand the reason for the 3-second rule. It's like when there's a player that only thing that he is known for is to driving to the paint, and what better way of preparing yourself for the attack of just staying in the paint versus you having to move back and forth, basically on a when it comes to matchups, like something I sometimes see is where people allow the player to get space without knowing that player is quote unquote a shooter. So it's a stupid thing to give him that space for an open 3-pointer just because he thinks he's gonna drive to the basket and score. So it will make the defenders more aware of they have to do things on less time or something.
Michael Jordan will be slashing every second. And I suggest you after the video watch Luka Doncic on JJ Redick's podcast. He explained why it's easier to score in the NBA than in Europe. So anyway, I don't really unstoppable with modern spacing and no hand check. Also, I'm not part of the myth that Jordan was a terrible three-point shooter in his early years. In his first 4 years in the league, he never shot that's less than 1 attempt per game. The three-point shot
85. So the 80s. Alright. From 85 to 89. Oh wow. Okay, on 0.8 attempts. Well. Okay. wow, he would average 32.6 points a game. In one of the most devastating eras of basketball, in my opinion.
That wasn't a focal point in Jordan's era. When he was 26 years old in the 89-90 season, he shot 245 three-pointers. He made over 37% of them. That is a good three-point percentage. And in the 96 season, he shot 42% from the three-point line. And even though the three-point shot wasn't a renowned part of his game, he would have shot a few more three-pointers in today's NBA. If I had to give an estimate, he would have had a season where he averaged 40 to 43 points per game. So I want to give the NBA legends players who talked about how good Michael Jordan was in today's NBA.
How would you envision, what would Michael Jordan be if he played in the game today, the way the game is different from the way it was in his era?
You'd average 45, and the league would be complaining about two players. It'd be like Michael's too good, and the kid named Shaq down in Orlando is too dominant. What are we going to do?
When you think
well, typical, Shaquille would name himself there. I wonder how he would do, actually, because I would say he would be too big to play in this era, or like that would not make too much sense, but like he was known for bumping and a lot of that. So in the post, he would be kind of like a post machine.
And how defense is played now in the NBA. What would Michael Jordan do in today's NBA?
About average 45, 50 a game.
What was LeBron and Michael?
Oh, Scott, no, that's Rodman.
50 points.
50 points.
How many points do you think Jordan could average in today's NBA? What's the most he ever averaged? 37? 37-1. All right, so 40 easy. 40 easy.
Easy.
40 easy.
40 points. Allen Iverson say Michael Jordan would score 40 points easily. That is sick to think about. 40 points. Just to make 30 points, you need about 10 3-pointers. So it's possible. Yeah.
40 is easy. 40 will be easy, like Jesus. Because Harden, I think Harden a couple of years ago averaged 36. So you go right.
36. James Harden.
I'm gonna ask both of you guys.
And you add to that when he averaged 37.
Oh.
It wasn't shooting 3-pointers like how they shoot now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just imagine if Michael decided to shoot 6-7 threes a game like they do now.
I would really like to go to an official court and shoot from the lines, like behind the lines, for example, to test if I am able to shoot a 3-pointer. Yeah. But it's crazy to me how they explaining things here.
Michael played today.
Yeah.
He probably averaged almost 50 a game.
And look at the smile, like
because he
nuts.
touch him on the rim, so he'd be shooting
Yeah.
a ton of free throws.
Yeah, so when everybody does it.
Yeah, they say, so in today's NBA, they are not really allowed to touch like, how do you say it? It depends on what is considered a touch, but like, where yeah, I don't know what to say.
It's like Michael LeBron comparison. It's like you almost can't. It's not the same game.
It's not the same game. You're right. It's not the same game. I would have loved to see LeBron play during in the 90s. How many points do you think Jordan would literally average per game today?
More than James Harden.
James Harden 36.
More than that. For sure.
Really?
For sure.
I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was in the LeBron, Kobe,
yeah,
Duncan, and I was at the Taylor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I played with these guys.
Right.
I've seen all the 3-point balls.
Right.
They can't. Jordan would no way. Jordan would average 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
I believe he would rack up probably between between 42 and 48. Somewhere in between there, I think he would average if he played in this era.
Right. James Harden wants to average 50. Right. Yeah, 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
Jordan wants to average 50. If he's playing era, I think he averages 50. And this is no disrespect to any of the guys
current players
that's killing, like KD, you know.
Yeah, all this guys. Yeah, the guys, Steph and LeBron, all those guys. Yeah.
Between 45 and 50 because it reminded me so much of how Wilt Chamberlain seemed to be just dropped in a different era. When he was averaging 50.
Oh, what?
That's what
He just gliding in the air.
Think about it.
And layup.
Still flying commercial.
Double team.
Okay? The rigor isn't the same. The physicality in today's game isn't the same. And one of the things that you didn't acknowledge, all NBA defense, he would be getting sticks.
That is crazy how he just palmed the ball like in the air, like
in the NBA finals in the early
without it dropping off, because that is something I find to be really difficult.
Both teams in LA, the Toronto Raptors. But you know what else is treating? A lot of bottom feeders. So say against the great teams, he would average 40, no doubt.
I wonder if he still are able to play.
50 against those squads.
What about these guys who are playing against?
Of course, he is too old nowadays to play competitively, but in terms of just stepping onto the court and just practicing shooting 3-pointers or whatever like that, I wonder if he has developed a 3-point shot. But yeah, it's crazy to hear what people's opinion on it.
Jordan would have averaged 45, 50. In today's game, I was thinking, you allow great shooters freedom to roam, freedom with no hand check. You can't crowd me, and I got a clear sight at the rim, then it's going to be lights out, maybe. But it's so hard to play defense in today's game because they allow the offense go wherever they want.
Okay, but if Jordan's averaging, I mean, be honest here.
Kinda
Jordan in his prime, Jordan in
unfair
39
in some way.
is averaging, today's rules is averaging
40 would average 40. I think he would average 40.
Okay, but didn't he average 39 1 year, or 37.1? So Kobe's going to average 40.
Kobe would be up there. Kobe would be up there as well. In today's game, the rules as they are, how would Jordan do, and how many points do you believe he would have?
I don't think anybody's averaging 60.
Okay.
I'm sorry for yawning so much. It is
Not 50 a game. No, that's not. But I will say this: Michael Jordan would have.
it's 30 minutes to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, there's no question.
almost 3:33.
I'm not here to break it down and decipher it. I'm telling you as a witness, I'm testifying on behalf of Michael Jeffrey Jordan that he would average 40 a night. If we see guys averaging 30,
Right.
and 35, with all due respect, that don't have the arsenal that he has offensively.
Well, you know you have to add that 3 ball. You got to add the 3 ball to get to 40. Because you look at the guy, Harden was the last guy.
Yeah, what he says there, you got to add the 3 ball. Imagine if Michael Jordan would average, let's say, just 40, but he didn't choose to shoot 3-pointers. That, my friends, would be crazy to think about. He is lights out on free throws, which is understandably. He even shot a couple of free throws without looking, and basically he closed his eyes. And it's crazy to do that, closing your eyes and making a free throw. Like, just by closing your eyes, it will be much harder.
Harden with 36. And that step back 3, he put that in. Obviously, the free throw, Jordan went to the free throw.
Well, that's not a legit step back, in my opinion, based on today's game.
We're going to go to the free throw line more than they did back then because we were able to beat them up and ignore.
Step.
And he added the 3 ball in his career. You watch him against the Blazers knock down 3. That wasn't his specialty. Right. It wasn't like he was a liability shooting the basketball. Michael Jordan would average whatever he wanted to have.
True.
His numbers are definitely being played in. You thought James Harden got
James Harden. Yeah, he did for a while.
He would have evolved into
Nice one.
Jordan that we saw young, athletic, get to the basket based on what we see in this era. You would see a Jordan probably shoot more threes too. So he would definitely evolve.
Oh yeah.
35 at one point. I can see him really pushing up to 40. I don't know about 50, 60, but like mid 40s. I can see that possibly happen.
I don't know if he'll shoot 75.
Oh, that on-ball steal is amazing.
That's at least kind of double.
I got interested in defense or stealing the ball by watching guys like, well, Muggsy Bogues because of my height, but also Michael Jordan. And yeah, it's crazy how I see what he did in that era he played in versus today's era, he would be open to shoot so much more.
Today's age, and also
Jay Williams.
Think how physical the game was back then. You were supposed to get pulling your back every time you did.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just someone blows their wrist or hits your hand with a foul. Like so.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, it's understandable that things are a foul, but like it's a light foul, or well, it's not a that devastating one. I would understand if it's like take for example when Jeremy Lin was gonna do a layup and James Harden, no, it was Kobe Bryant, he just whipped him like this, and it was like over the throat, and basically pulling him down. And normally in today's NBA that would be a result of a flagrant, but yeah.
Be considered one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled in the league today. I think I'm 75%, but you got hurt in the 40s. Sure.
Both of you guys are saying is right. The pace has increased 3 points.
Here's my ultimate question to this. How many free throws would Michael Jordan have to shoot if he played in today's era and him just going off? How many? Because that is a thing that people maybe not think about. I believe he, like, let's say if okay, just to make 12 points, you need four 3-pointers, and that is something Michael Jordan can do. Yeah, but if he were getting fouled when going up for a shot or driving to the basket and they just try to stop him whatever the cost, then I believe he would rack up a lot of free throws. And he probably would knock down almost every free throw.
Players up front have gotten small. So now driving to the basket, he gonna be dunking on everybody. Just think about that. Like KD is like a 4 in today's game. So now, like and then here's the other thing. If Harden can average 36, 37 right now, Harden is averaging right now. He's getting none of those points off the defense. Jordan gonna be getting steals. He's gonna be getting blocks. He's gonna be on fast break.
I'll say
Yeah, he would be so dominant on fast breaks because
like 47, 48.
in today's NBA, the defenders weren't necessarily allowed to be overly defensive on the perimeter, I think, or well, it's more in general, but they instead of having to control where the offensive player go, they have to basically light touch or something to guide the player. They can't just hold him still. But yeah.
Not so good. So
I kind of lost my thought either way.
How do you rank Michael Jordan?
Oh.
The scale of 1 to 5? 1 to 5.
Okay.
1 being the best, 5 being the worst. 1. Ball handling. 1. Okay. Yeah. Defender. 1. Mid-range jumper. 0.
Like I said, he's a pure shooter. Like I don't think anybody in the league at that point is shooting the ball better than him.
He was a scorer, but yeah.
Guard position, shoot all J's. Like you have to be a pure shooter. And everything was touching bottoms. Like 1, 0. We go 0 with that.
I mean, what do you think Jordan will average? Where do you think he would fit in?
He can adapt his game to anything. He would fit in the league. Like that's where he would be. And
KD know his stuff.
I feel like he'll have more possessions to do more things, but there's also more athleticism in his game. There's more length in his game, but you know, there's also more space for MJ to go to work. So I mean, we'll never know, but for sure, I mean, he's a master. Masterful basketball player, like we were saying. So,
I wonder how high he would jump in today's NBA and how many dunks he would have versus getting fouled. I believe it's a lot. Like he would posterize a lot of people.
So of course he'll do numbers in this league today.
And it's the hand thing. You can't put your hands on these guys now. And just imagine, Michael Jordan was averaging 29 to 30 plus points a game.
That is crazy. So, what players today normally average, like the starters, what they average today, that is what Michael Jordan was averaging with hand checking. That is insane to think about.
Now you can't touch him. You couldn't touch MJ without being a foul. Imagine what it looks like now. And you know Michael Jordan will adapt to the game today. And the one thing that will get to guys is his ability to get in one or two dribbles to the ball. It's Michael Jordan. You're going to react to every move he does.
It's hang time.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And tell me, how much do you think Michael Jordan would average in today's NBA? Would he average 40 to 45 points per game? Or possibly 50? 50 is crazy. Or would he have the same numbers he did in his time? So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and show up to the YG gang. And I'm out.
YG. Alright. Young Gala, or however you pronounce it. That's what I'm thinking with what he would average. Let's say 42 to 45 points, depending on game to game, but his per 38 minutes, I would say he would make 50 points or something on that type of stat. But yeah, in his average, he would have maybe 5. Well, he would have way more assists, is what I think. So here's what I think. He would score maybe just, let's say, 45 points, between 8 to 10 assists, maybe 8 or 9 rebounds, maybe. His percentage on field goal alone would be maybe 85. 3-point percentage, maybe 45 to 49, maybe. Free throw, I believe he would be in the 90s. But yeah. Steals, he probably would have maybe 5 to 8 steals. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just say 5, just to say something. Blocks, maybe 5 or 4. So there you have it. That is my opinion on what Michael Jordan could average in today's NBA. Thanks to NBA 2K, there's somewhat possible to see how they would do this, I think. But yeah, I don't know.